Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a very quick overview and tutorial of an iPad app that I've been dabbling with to do some adult coloring. So the app is called Pigment, so it's a little watermark there. This is a coloring page that I downloaded as a sample from the Creative Haven Day of the Dead coloring book. So I'm signed up for getting free samples of coloring pages from Dover, which publishes the Creative Haven series. So this was one of the pages they made available this week. And I really liked it, so I thought I would try it out on the Pigment app, which is basically an adult coloring app. And let's get right into it. So I'm gonna go into the app, and at first it actually pops up with a screen that gives you the option to subscribe, and they have different plans to subscribe, and I'll get into sort of what you get with a premium subscription, but right now I'm just on the free app. So there's actually a good amount of stuff you can do on the free app itself. So the first thing I was struck by is sort of, all the options in terms of coloring pages that are available. So there's different like mythic fantasy, majestic birds, and this is something that's interesting. People can post their finished products on here, and it's like a social media platform where people can comment and like and things like that. You can get inspiration. But so in terms of the pages themselves, there's what they call books. So they're digital books of coloring pages, and as you can see, there's a lot of them. And then there's also, it looks like individual pages. They have this thing called a daily, so they make a free, app crashed. That's not good. So this is the page I was talking about where they let you do a premium access subscription. So I just X out of that because I'm not signing up for that right now. But yeah, so going back to the view all books up here. So, you can just choose one of these books, and then I'll click into one in a second. Oh, that's not good. All right, I guess we just found a glitch. It keeps crashing on me when I click on view all books, but let's click into this one. So this is what I was talking about. They have dailies. Every day they have a new set of coloring pages, and one of them is available for the free subscription or the lack of subscription. For the rest, you need a subscription, and you can see which ones need subscriptions based on this little diamond here next to it. So what I've noticed is like the first picture, one picture is usually free, and then the rest require a subscription, but they let you see which ones, all the pictures that are available. So these are, I guess, the daily pictures available for August. And then, so you can save favorites. I've saved one of the coloring books here as a favorite. But beyond that, you have a ton of options. So you have featured artists, and then you can just scroll. So you have, Eric Gonzalez here. And like with the dailies, they make one picture available for free, and then the rest have the little diamond, meaning their premium subscription. But even with that, I find there are a lot of free pages available. So if you can keep scrolling. There's a ton of these are, I guess, different books by the illustrators, And I like that they have a little bio of the illustrator here, and they'll make like one page free and then the rest are subscription. So, you know, these are featured artists, and then it's a lot of them. You can keep going. And I believe that it's alphabetical by the title of the book. So we're still in C, so there's a lot, you know, a lot of options available. And then you can also look at stuff by theme. So here's animals. And like the first one's free, and then the rest are subscription. So there's butterflies and bugs here. Culture, like travel, different cultural stuff, and pirates for some reason. And then Disney, you know, there are a lot of people who love Disney. This one, it looks like this entire book might be free because I don't see the little diamond. So, okay, I see. So they actually have 6 pages free. And the way you just download the page or import it so you can work on it is just click on it and then you can hit color. Before I hit color, I just want to show you, they will show you other people's colorings of it for inspiration. So I think that's kind of cool. And then people can like and comment, like Instagram. So that's pretty cool. And then, so I'm gonna hit, let's pick a different one. Okay, pick that one, then hit color. And then you have your, the screen where you can color. And I'm just gonna quickly go over the options available here. I found this to be, you know, obviously it's different from traditional coloring, but I actually found it to be fairly intuitive and kind of similar to, you know, the freehand traditional coloring you would do with like a color pencil. So the first thing I want to show here is the brush options. So we have color pencil and marker available as options on the free app, and then you have a few more available, a lot more available if you are doing, you know, the premium subscription. Oh, it looks like oil painting is also a brush that's available on the free app, so that's at the bottom. But yeah, there's pastel, paintbrush, blending, blurring, airbrush, watercolor, things like that, if you subscribe to the premium. But for now, I'm just gonna stick with color pencil. And then once you choose your brush, you can change the opacity here. So I think that's pretty similar to Procreate and some of the other digital art tools available. And then here is the brush size. So those are pretty standard. And then you have, so then just keep going down here. This is the fill tool. Again, you have a few options for fill here. You have just solid fill, you have serpentine. You probably can't see it, but it's just a little like intricate line work here, tiny. It probably gives it a little bit of texture. We can try it out real quick. So let me make him fill here. So the way fill works is you just pick a color, and then just click into the part that you want filled, and there you go. So let me try like a bigger space so maybe you could see. So any part of the picture that is not enclosed, so if I click here, then everything that is not enclosed gets filled in. So that's kind of cool. I like the texture there. I don't know if everyone can see that on the camera, but all right. So let me go ahead and undo that, and you just click into it again to maybe not. But then we get to the third tool, which is the eraser. So I'm just gonna erase that. Coming back to the fill. So there's, a few textures here. And then there's a fade option. I'm gonna try that real quick. So the first time you use it, it actually comes up with this kind of instructions, this screen of instructions to show you how to use it. So here it seems to say, drag your finger to create fade and bloom gradient. So let's try that. So I'm gonna pick a color and see if I can do this on the big space right here. Oh, that's really nice. All right, that's pretty nice. It's a cool background there. I'm really enjoying this fill tool because it's something you really can't do in traditional art. So might as well take advantage of it. Yeah, and then there's just like kind of other fun ones, it seems like sunflower. Ooh. Yeah. Not sure I like that color, but when I get to the colors, I will show you how to change the colors. And then, so whenever you do something you don't want to do, just hit undo over there. And then you can hit redo there to have the mark come back. Okay, and then just let's make sure we got everything. Okay, bloom. Let's just try out bloom. I'm gonna pick this green here. All right, bloom. This works somewhat similar to fading, but some cool effects have. All right, so then this third one, as we already saw, was the eraser. The eraser is kind of interesting to me because, well, one, I believe you can change the size of it, but if I just click the eraser here, oh, let's make it a little bit bigger, and I just start doing that. It has like a pretty cool kind of halo effect. So, oh, and the other thing you can do here is actually pinch and zoom in, which is also something you can't do in traditional art. So I'm gonna just try kind of doing the eraser around her head and see what kind of cool effect we can create. So I did that and zoomed in. Then when I come back here, kind of creates like a halo around her head. I will probably, if I do end up keeping it this way, go in and sort of do a little, I can do that real quick actually. And pick the same pink color here, make it pretty transparent with the big brush, and I just want to smooth out some of that, the edges there. So not a huge fan, but I can just go back and get rid of that. All right, and then that's the eraser, and then the last thing here, and this works with the paintbrush or marker or whatever brush you want to use. It's automatically set to automatic, and what that means is if I pick a color here and I have my brush selected and say I only want to color Let's pick brown. I only want to color this ladder here, right? So I can click into the ladder and to make the opacity a bit higher, click into the ladder and just go crazy like this. And it keeps me inside the lines, basically. So that's kind of fun because you don't have to be as careful. Do that over here. You know, it literally keeps me within the enclosure of the lines there. So I do have, you know, I would have to go into each of the sections of the ladder here. Oop. And it just depends on where you start coloring. If you start within the lines, it keeps it within that line. But accidentally, if I start out here, then it'll only color on the background there. So that's kind of another cool feature. And you can set that to freehand, which is much more like traditional coloring. So there, you know, if I start coloring over here, and then I'm like going out there, it's gonna let me, it's not gonna contain me inside. So that is a cool feature. I have not looked into advanced. I'm not sure what advanced does, but I'll have to explore that at some point. And then getting to the colors, if you click right here, it actually has a bunch of preset palettes as part of the free app. Some of them are, so you can create your own new color palette, but that is actually part of the premium subscription. But it has your recent colors up here, and it has several color palettes that you can choose from that are already pre-selected. A bunch of them are actually free. So default, roller rink, vintage sweater. This one has a little diamond here, so it's part of the premium subscription. So a lot of them to choose from. And so yeah, creating a new palette is part of the premium, so you have to unlock it to get there. But I find that so far these palettes have been great, and you're not restricted to one palette, so you can choose one like that and then color with that, and then choose a different one, pick a color from that, color with that over here, and so you can mix and match palettes. There is a color wheel, but it is part of the premium subscription, so you'd have to get the premium to unlock that, and that presumably will give you access to any color you want. All right. Yeah, I mean, that is the basics of this app. Then once you're done, you just hit the check mark there, and then it asks you, do you want to publish to the gallery? So that's where people can look at it, and you can like and comment and things like that, or you can print it or save or share. So I'm just gonna save it right now, and then X out of here, and then you just hit the little thing there to get back to your original gallery where you got it out of. So then the other icon here is my work, which shows you all the things you've started or all the things you've saved, basically. So some are completed, like this one that I had up earlier, and some are in works in progress. All right, so I think that is it. Oh yeah, the last thing is the import. So if you click import down here, you can either take a picture with your camera and upload it, and I believe it just converts it to line art, or at least grayscale probably, or you can import a picture from either your iPad or your iCloud or some kind of, wherever you store your images. So that's actually how I got this picture, because I saved it onto my iPad from the Creative Haven website and then imported it in. So the thing to note about the free option is you can only import, I believe, 3 pictures or images. So I've used up one of mine here doing that. But yeah, I think with the premium one, presumably there is not a limit on how many you can import. All right, I think that's it. I like it a lot so far. It's a lot of different types of pictures. It's pretty cute. All these themes, holidays, 4th of July, autumn. Some of these look like Rita Berman type pictures to me. Yeah, sea life, vintage. Yeah. And then, yeah, you can always scroll through people's pictures. See, they achieve some cool effects there. Definitely, still digital art. You're not gonna get exactly the feel of coloring on paper with colored pencils, but the pros are worth, trying out, I think. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Happy to answer any questions about it in the comments. I've only been dabbling with it for a few days now, but everything's felt really intuitive, and it's been pretty fun. It's, it takes up as much time or as little time as you want it to. Like, the fill options are great for just doing something real quick, or you could start using it as a base color and then really go in, put in shadows and shading and all of that. So, for people who do a lot of coloring, it might even be worth it to do the premium option and subscribe. All right, thank you.